Okay, so music is off. Music is off. I know that's not the sound that normally happens when it's time for me to start talking. Things got weird today. Things got real weird today, during the start of there. So first of all, hi everyone, hello, my name is Quimby and I'm thrilled to be here. You know, today we're playing Slay the Princess. We're gonna go for, the worst ending so that I never have to do it ever again. Thumbs up, smiley face. I'd like to extend a big congratulations to Penny for getting the first Channel Points Award. Thankful for a refreshing minute. Yeah, things are wild. I hit the go live button and I was like, okay, let's start intro music. And it was like, what? You want a what? What? You want to get rid of the intro music? And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And I was like, no, I know exactly what you want here. So that was really awkward. So timing's off now on the music. I mean, I guess we're just gonna go to the end of it anyway, so, you know. Friend, thank you for the not first. Welcome on in. It's so lovely to see you here today. I hope you're having a fantastic time. I had a pretty good day yesterday. You know, had a place to go and some peeps to talk to, but then, you know, it's pretty chill after that. I should mention, is that 555,555 points? Nice. Like, that's not nice into 69, kind of nice. That's a pretty sexy number of points to have. I want to announce now, and I'll mention later, next week we'll be going back to the, Tuesday schedule, I think. Things got cleared up with improv schedule, so we should be moving it back to afternoons, which means that I should be able to do Tuesday streams again. So I won't be here Monday. I'll be doing Tuesday, and then I actually don't know if I'll be able to do Wednesday or Thursday. I've got some IRL things going on. So next week's just sort of in general going to be wild. I will for sure be there Friday and Saturday. Goodness. Gosh, this is complicated. I'll keep you guys updated on Discord. Robo's pretty close, everything else is still 100. Performance is 87. Oh wait, sorry, Dollbot stays perfectly optimized on desktop now. Robo's pretty close, everything else is still 100, but performance is 87. Gotcha. Check gen. I'll take a look. I'll take a look, see. Oh. Not first. Oh yeah, sorry, I was like, not first. No, the Quimby coin balance, nice. Looking good, friend. Looking good. Big fan of that, actually. Looking nice. If you ask me about it. But yeah, that is now going to be the end of the intro section. We had things for a bit longer today. My mouse is acting up on me. It's wanting me to double click for everything. That's wild. Okay, hold on. We're just checking music volume before we switch the scene. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and change the scene. 3, 2, 1, and pop. Check gen again. I'll take a look. And that's like optimization. Yeah, let's go. Looking good, Penny. Looking good. So if you all recall, where we last left off. Yeah, okay. Okay, where we last left off, right here, we have one more route to go before we reach the boss fight. And when we reach the boss fight, we are going to, unfortunately, slay the princess again. Which I'm big sad about. I don't want to actually slay her, but such is the nature of the world. Well, anyway, let's hop right on in.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sorry, I have to let that stand because that is so iconic. I do need to check which route we want to do. This was the before. Oh yeah, I see the 82% accessibility. Yeah. Oh, and then yeah, 93% best practices, 92% SEO. Now you've got up to 100. Very nice. Very nice, very cool. I need to figure out what route we are going to be taking. Because we're kind of getting into crunch time here on it. We're kind of getting some rough moments here. I think the den is the only one we have left. So I think we are going to try to head for the beast. We silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right?
Man.
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Even she'll lie and cheat and do anything to escape.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Alright, we proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh my gosh, Mewin perched on the table is a pristine blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We are going to enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Rot.
If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I mean, you gotta admit that diction is it's pretty clean. A hint of rot.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yeah, hi. It's just occurred to me that I don't know if it will let me... I don't know if it will let me do the things I want to do with the beast, because I've already done the wild this time around. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll just see how this goes.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Oh, and there goes Candybot telling me to drink some water. Thank you, Candybot. Continue down the
Good.
stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Oh boy.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Hi.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Yeah, I know, but...
Hi! Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hi. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Well, hello there. I think we're just gonna make this fast go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word.
Thank you.
I'm like, let's talk.
Turn back
No,
to
never
the
mind.
stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Aw, man.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Fun fact, this still relies on Dollbot. Oh, still relies on Dollbot. Interesting. Interesting. And Dollbot's API key is registered as its account. Oh, that's funky.
She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Stop the table!
Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Ah, man.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, big unfortunate there.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Let's finish
Your
this.
eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Oh boy. Let's investigate the arm.
You step forward to investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement.
Oh boy.
And then you hear the quiet patter of feet
Oh
against the
boy.
floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you.
Oh boy.
Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh.
Oh boy, howdy.
Holy shit. What is she?
Give up.
Are you serious? As the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers can no longer hold the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back.
Good morning, Kimber Nation. Oh hi, Corvigay, welcome on in. We're still unfortunately going on our bad end run, but we're gonna go talk to the beast, so that's kind of cool.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeah. We love the beast around here. The beast.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ah, she really do be
You're
a princess.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's proceed to the cabin. Let's do that.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Oh my gosh, hi, Hunted.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Proceeding to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh boy.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We are going to, I believe, enter the basement.
No steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
Yeah, but we'll figure it out.
We'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Oh boy, okay. We'll see how this
The door
goes.
to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up
Boy.
from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Hi.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager.
I mean, she is a beastie.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
No, she's right there.
You see only a
It's
flash
really
of the
obvious,
princess
actually.
before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes
Hi.
appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling.
Hello.
You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
Hi.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Move. You're going to try
You
dodging.
lunge to the side,
So
picking
much.
a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess.
Mm-hmm.
In an instant, she's
Oh,
pounced on the
hi.
spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
I get the accent where you would have been. I'm not a bean, I'm a bird.
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
Oh boy.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna continue to do that,
You
actually.
whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit, what do we do?
I was sent to kill you because you're a threat to the world. I'm starting to believe that's true.
Oh, for the love of... You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hasten her victory.
She's literally already trying to kill me.
So many useless thoughts run through your head. Thinking, thinking, thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
Interesting. You're deflecting.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
Well,
She's
well,
calling for
well.
another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Survive. I would like to, actually. Yep.
You spring to a new patch of jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
I like that little animation that happens. Stop hiding and show yourself.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She really just tells me to get good, you know?
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Admittedly, again,
Don't
like
ask
really
her
hot.
what she wants. Just go back for the blade upstairs and slay her. Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful.
Okay, yay, heart, hot. It's kinda hot. It's kinda hot. Thank you, Penny.
She's just a princess. Don't overthink it. She is clearly not.
She's clearly not just a princess.
A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this.
We're gonna keep doing this. Stay alive.
You're a little slower this time. Or maybe she's a little faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side.
Oh boy.
It's like being sideswiped by
Hi.
sandpaper. How is she that fast?
Oh my gosh, hi. I've not seen this frame before. Hi.
You're bleeding now.
That's so true.
You instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips.
Oh boy.
A costly mistake. We can't make it again. We will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern.
We're not breaking the pattern.
We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
Our game is nearing its end.
But why? Why do you want to kill me?
Why does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
'Tis but a scratch. 'Tis but a flesh wound.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
Kinda hot.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse. What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen. She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last.
Oh boy.
The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding. We're still alive. We owe it to ourselves to move.
Again.
Once again, you narrowly avoid the full force of the impact, and once again you are too slow to come away unscathed. You're starting to get tired. You're making mistakes. This isn't working. We have to do something. We have to figure out a plan.
Oh boy.
Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. We're trying, but we can't keep this up much longer.
I mean, Hero's absolutely right here.
We have
but-
to. We keep up or we die.
You're getting slow.
Oh boy. Huh?
She seizes the opportunity, lunging once again from the darkness, fangs bared and claws flashing. She attacks over and over and over, and each time she leaves with a little piece of you.
Oh boy, howdy. Hi, Moon Droplet. Hello there, Simpson, non-Simpson, of course, the secret Simps. Welcome on in, Moon. You're bleeding, your nose won't stop bleeding, you're picking your tissues, all you get is confetti lyrics. Ooh, I don't know that song. We're just walking to. Why does the princess look like that? Well, this is the beast. She looks like that because she's a beast. And she's killing us. So, that's what's happening here.
Too tired to think, but we have to think. We have to move. It's too late. Before you get the chance to react, it's over. She makes her last foray from the dark corners of the room,
Ah, man.
unhinging her dripping maw, her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
Ah, man. Oh, she's killing us in her monster form now?
You do your best to dive out of the way,
yeah.
and you partially succeed.
Got an achievement for dodging until I can't dodge anymore.
Partially? Yes, the princess fails to swallow you whole. She only swallows your lower body.
Ah!
That's just as bad. That's worse, even. It's death either way. At least this will be a faster end.
Oh boy.
You look down to see that the dirt between you is strewn with your intestines, trailing all the way up and disappearing behind her blood-stained teeth. Your legs are nowhere to be seen. You start to go into shock.
And the chat goes wild! Woo! 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 All near lower bodies, our face not good enough for. Ooh, got him. Ooh, this is the song you're telling me about? Here, I'm not gonna listen to it right now, but I'll pull it up so I can listen to it later. Ah! All you get is confetti. Yeah, alright, I'll check that later. The fans love it. They do, God help them. Oh, that is a good Speed Racer quote. I'm a big Speed Racer 2008 enjoyer. That's a really good Speed Racer quote. Oh, you guys could play bears and trees. Neat. Anyway,
The princess bloody saliva dripping from her lips, idly gnaws on what's left of you as you rapidly fade away.
Just gonna drink some water. I'm gonna just hang out here for a minute. Just gonna, yep, wow, this water is really, really good. I should go for a second sip of it, man. She's very gory in this one. Well, she's a beastie, of course she is. She's a literal beast. You know, what's she supposed to do? Not eat me? Oh, look at her eyes. They're the little spaghetti. Spaghetti. Instrumentals. Oh my gosh. Oh man, alright. I really do promise I'll check it out, Penny. Oh, she's such a beastie. Okay.
I didn't mean to do that. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Oh man.
We're not dead, we're...
No, we're dead.
But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
I need to be finishing my performance assessment paper for school, but instead I'm looking at washi tape on Etsy. Ugh. That's, yeah, the desire to do literally anything else but schoolwork, it's strong. Yippee, the den! I do already have a den saved, right? Yes, I do, okay.
You're on a path in the That didn't work. We're going in with a plan this time. We're not getting stuck in another loop, just acting on instinct. We're stuck in a big enough loop as it is.
Hi, Skeptic.
Instinct was keeping us alive.
No,
until it wasn't.
I love you, Hunted, but we couldn't have kept it up forever.
So what are we supposed to do?
So now this is for you, Pitch. Just gonna have that Deadpool and Wolverine intro where Deadpool is dancing, baby, bye, bye, bye. I don't have a For You page, so I can't say I had that experience, actually. I've seen some Tumblr, some people I follow on Tumblr posting about it.
Great, so you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
You on YouTube? Oh, you mean like YouTube recommended? I actually haven't had Deadpool and Wolverine stuff coming up on my YouTube recommended. But my brother watched that movie and made me print out a picture of Deadpool and Wolverine to put on our Yowie fridge. Yowie fridge. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Congrats, honestly.
So you know more than you're letting on.
Of course he does. The narrator always knows more than he's letting on. His idea, not mine. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, what he said. Of course I do, but believe me, it's in your best interests. The more you know about the princess, the more difficult your task will be.
Oh boy.
And why is that? Having me explain why would defeat the whole purpose. There are simply some things I'm not allowed to tell you. It's a hard rule.
Oh,
and whose
man.
rule is it? Who's telling you to boss us around? We've died twice already, and if you want us to stay alive this time, it's in your best interests to give us an edge.
Sorry, real quick, I can't believe Automod tried to hold back the term "so lesbians." Homophobic Automod? Yeah, a homophobic Automod moment. He said he'll let me make a Yuri Pines in a new apartment though, so lesbians stay winning. Lesbians stay winning. It's been in mind for like a week straight. All you know is, ain't no, I want to see you again, but baby, bye. Aw, no. Rip Moondroplet. I'm so sorry to hear that. Unless you're enjoying yourself with it, in which case, pop off. Anyway,
It's my rule, and this conversation is over.
okay, what's the plan?
She spent as much time as she could in the shadows. So we're gonna draw her out.
Okay.
But she's fast. And she's clever. We're clever too. So this time we're not gonna let her cut off our escape. We're gonna lead her to the stairs ourselves.
Okay.
It'll be a lot easier to deal with her once we can actually see what she is.
Okay. He's my best friend, he rolls out. Brothers popping off sometimes. And they're just confused how it got on there. Yeah. You know, me and you both, Moondroplet. Sometimes things will just appear and I'll be like, literally, what?
But you already know what she is. She's a princess.
She's not just a princess.
Yeah, right. A princess we couldn't see, and one that had big, sharp teeth, too.
She had
How
big,
about
sharp
you
teeth.
stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing our job?
I don't know what to tell you. She had big, sharp teeth.
Sharp teeth.
Yep. The path is different than it was before.
You're right. This is different, isn't it?
I'm literally not even allowed to watch a movie. It's not my age rating. So why are they showing you clips on you? Why is YouTube gross?
I'm starting to lose track of things myself. Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt.
You repeated. You when things repeat.
If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. So please, disavow yourself of the notion that you can just come back here and fix this place if you manage to make a mess before that line of thinking leaves you yet another world in ruin. Though, as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you very much.
Shut up, narrator.
Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you and for the rest of existence. But especially for you.
Boo,
Clearly we're
narrator.
not getting anything out of him.
I want answers. What is going on here? What do you know that you're not telling me?
Like I said, I've told you as much as I can without putting you at a disadvantage. If anything, I've told you too much. You've already died by her hands twice. You shouldn't need much in the way of motivation.
What if we just leave? What happens then?
Doesn't seem like she can escape on her own. Maybe not quickly, but it's inevitable that cabin won't last forever. She will. Forget I said anything. Just treat this with the urgency it deserves.
No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through. Proceed to the cabin.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do.
I do really like the design of the den cabin.
Alright, we've been over the plan. Goad her out of the shadows. Make her show herself.
I really want to see her.
And what if she doesn't want to be seen? We'll figure out a way to make it happen.
I really want to see her.
And if that doesn't make her any easier to fight, it will. It's always easier to fight what you can see, no matter how big or toothy she might be.
Interesting. See, it's funny because I think that I can name Corvica's favorite princess. Yeah. Apparently so much Wellesley, which is so much gender. I'm gonna cry. I want to be here so bad. I was gonna say I think I could name it, but I don't want to speak for you. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all.
Again, the design of the den cabin is kind of peak.
The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings.
The pristine blade. Fair enough, actually. No, the witch was fantastic. Tara uses bird nicknames. I didn't stand a chance. Like, come on. There was no chance. There's no chance.
The blade is
She
your
had you from the
implement.
beginning.
You'll need it if you're going to do this right. If there's a way forward, that mirror is blocking it off. What are you talking about?
What are you
There is no
talking about?
mirror. There's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement.
I want to be witch so bad. Girl think gender is real. She at girlies makes a noise. Make noise for she at girlies. I sound so emotionless when I do that, but I'm just being so polite. I promise. I promise I'm
Is
just
it
being
tricking
polite.
us? Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
That's cute. Well, you're good. Phew, as long as I'm cute. If I'm cute, then everything is fine. You know, just as long as we're maintaining that standard of cuteness.
Then either way, we need to investigate. Might as well get started.
They're very cute. Ah, thank you. You're going to take the blade.
Yes, take the steel claw.
Me when I take the steel claw.
You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Admittedly, yeah.
Odds are we'll need it. Thanks for not putting us in a bad spot.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement. hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
King, there's a mirror there.
Haven't you been paying attention? We're not hesitating. This supposed hole is blocked by that old mirror. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else.
Ooh, I like how the like edges of the mirror are kind of fuzzy. Big fan of that.
It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves.
Oh, look at the cross-hatching in the background. Cross-hatching? I love you so much. Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement.
Oh, man.
See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own.
Haunted kind of based.
You step forward into the darkness. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now.
Oh boy.
There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend.
Oh boy.
It smells of mold and decay.
You...
The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs, no entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Say nothing and silently proceed down the stairs.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
Ooh.
Stay on your toes. We take a step into the shadows, and as soon as she moves, we jump back, make her follow. From there, we trap her in the tunnel, draw her out of the cabin, whatever it takes to get her out of her element. Then we're safe.
I'm inclined to follow what like the skeptic has to say. I haven't been down this route yet, and even though again, you know, we're gonna be terrible people after this, I kind of want to see what skeptic is cooking up. Okay. Step into the shadows and try to lure her out.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. That's right. Keep steady. Don't let your nerves get the better of you. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape.
I want to see her. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water because Candy Bot's telling me to. Let me see the den.
That's stage one. Now stay focused. You dive into the tunnel and begin scrambling up towards the cabin.
Oh boy.
You hear her behind you, claws raking at the dirt, chains rattling, breaths hot and heavy with the effort of the ascent.
Oh boy.
But the sounds are coming slower now, the breaths pained and stuttering. You no longer sense frantic motion behind you in the tunnel. You risk a glance.
I got an achievement for fleeing.
She is a broad and sickly creature, her withered and emaciated flesh clinging to bones too large to fit in the narrow space. She managed to squirm her way into the tunnel in pursuit, but now she's stuck, incapable of either moving towards you or returning to the open darkness of the basement below.
Oh, look at her. And, the velvet on her antlers. Hi.
So that's what she's become. She wasn't like this when we started. Was she?
No, definitely not. Oh, man.
No, she wasn't.
I do her nails and put little things in her hair. Yeah. Yeah, put little butterfly clips in her hair and yeah.
Looking at her makes me feel sad. Yeah. Now that we can see her, she doesn't feel like much of a threat at all.
I'm sure she would still bite us if we got close.
Her eyes look up at yours, wide, pleading. come back, you can imagine them saying, "Don't leave me here." But you shouldn't listen to the sad eyes of a vanquished enemy. She wants nothing more than to change places with you.
Oh, no, baby girl, kitty, yeah, kitty.
If you want us to ignore her, then why would you tell us any of that wide-pleasing eyes begging for mercy business to begin with? All it does is make us feel conflicted.
Came back. Hey, friend, welcome back. It's really funny to me when the voices mock each other, like mimic each other's voices, because it's all the same voice actor. So it's one guy mocking the way that another character that he voices is. Hi, Kumi, how are you? I'm doing well, thanks for asking. I'm gonna be a terrible, horrible person today, and that's real sad, but you know, what you gonna do about it?
I'm merely describing things as they are. It's not my fault that her eyes had something to say, even if that something was a ploy, which, if I might stress, I pointed out to you.
Aww.
What should we do about her anyway? Can she still end the world like this?
Looking at Washington behind the scenes that writing my papers are pretty good. A great existence.
She hurts. We should help. We did bring the blade. Maybe we should use it. Splendid idea. You have a job to finish, and this is the perfect opportunity to finish it.
I had an amazing work shift and an amazing day in general. That's good to hear, friend. I'm glad that you've had a good work shift and a great day. And it's always good to see you here, of course.
Or maybe we should try and talk to her. That's a terrible idea. Your first one was better.
Okay, here's the deal, folks. Here's the deal. I know that this is what we want to do. She might just kill me if that happens, and that would be kind of hot as well. I think we're gonna have to come back to this one. That is getting the Medal Title Prestige Prize for being the most idealistic journalist. Heck yeah! Oh heck yeah! That's great news. Listen, guys, we're gonna have to come back to this one. I can't try to go for a good ending here. You're gonna have to slay her.
Tighten your grip around the blade and cautiously approach the princess. She eyes you with the silent resignation of someone or something that has long accepted its death.
We're doing bad endings. We're doing bad endings right now.
You lift the weapon over your head, preparing a lethal blow. Just one strike, and the entire world will owe you a debt of gratitude.
Look at her. Gonna say today could not get any better. It's a big day for Friend Nation. Big day for Friend Nation. I'm glad to hear that's been going so well. Especially with how, with how busy and stressed you've been lately. That's been a journalist since 30 years now. Wow. That's a long career in journalism. And yeah, that's a lot of things to have spent time covering. Lots of news over 30 years. Oh, look at her. Okay, good. Good. The blow never lands, nor will it ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I'm low-key so excited for tomorrow. Oh, nice. Tomorrow sounds like it's gonna also be a good day. That's the goal, is we want many good days. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Look at my priest work shift. I'm physically exhausted, but I'm just so excited. Combust. Aw, nice. I will say that, there's moments where work can be, like, physically tiring, but, like, mentally rewarding. And that's the kind of stuff that we like, is when you do something that makes you feel better for having done it. For having done something,
Death. Real death.
Oh, no.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure faint and veiled in the shadow. Veiled in shadows just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Hi, narrator. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror to jagged shards of broken glass. I can speak words. Okay, so random happy thing. I honestly could not care less for my back leg thing, because my dad's getting such an honor. Yeah, nice. Oh, we're getting celebratory axolotls. Nice, we're getting bongos and battery charges. Nice, nice. Epic, good times. Normally I would spend some time talking to the narrator here, but there's an achievement for destroying the mirror without asking any questions, and if I'm doing bad endings, I may as well run down the I may as well do it, you know? So we're going to destroy the mirror. You don't need answers from the thing that lives in the mirror. You already know what you are. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. I've been telling everyone in town about it because my dad knows everyone. Nice. Gotta spread the good news. Gotta make sure that people know it. I will say there's nothing quite like bragging about the people in your life that you love and just hyping them up. I think when I was on my priest shift, I wasn't going around telling everyone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But no, it's really fun to brag about people that you love. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Oh. There we go. Hi, the shifting mound.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
I don't think I'll even be able to sleep tonight. Mm-hmm. Lots of energy. I would recommend trying to get some sleep so that, you won't be all tired tomorrow while your dad's getting the award. But, I think sometimes you gotta burn the energy first. This is so sad. I'm gonna kill her.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
What happens now? I can't.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Yeah, she does.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. Slay the princess.
I know, and I've been waiting for you to see it through.
Oh, no.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it. You are devoured. Prey for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. But even after the pain of defeat, you returned.
Oh, man.
The dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending.
Let's see. Address this vessel statement directly. Are you so sure of yourself that you think the world would stop without you? I'm being mean. I'm being mean.
Movement itself. You've seen as much. You know it's true.
It's okay. We love every version of her, even the ones where we kill her. So she loves every version of us, right? Right? Where she kills. Yeah. As far, I do think, yeah. I think she does love us in every world, just as we love her in every world.
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body. Pluck the eyes,
This is kinda hot, though.
peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with?
It's kind of hot.
A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Hi, Fury. Address this vessel statement directly. I'm not my body, but perhaps others are theirs.
And yet bodies change and consciousness goes on. The infant's body is not the child's, is not the adult's. But the thread of existence remains strung through it all.
Let be known, this song, the boss fight song, has been stuck in my head constantly the past couple of days. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hi, Ray. Hi, Wraith. I'll address this vessel statement directly. You didn't give me much of a choice.
And yet still you chose. To be capable of change is to be capable of choice.
She's so right. She's got some great points about all of this, and yet...
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose to pull apart that weave.
I do feel really bad for the wild.
And when the tapestry was undone, you struck at my heart. You saw me as a part of you to be excised, but in the desire for excision, you made yourself whole. Will you still be whole if you destroy me?
Address this vessel statement correctly. I don't care about being whole, I just care about doing the right thing.
Do not neglect yourself in your quest to serve others. All things are connected through me and through you. To harm yourself is to harm everything.
God, she's got such great points.
I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dark corners of a forgotten place, flooded by emotions left unspoken. The tide rises. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life.
The grave is really cool.
And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
Address this vessel statement directly. I'm okay lingering.
To linger too long is to become worse than when you started. Would you rob yourself of all context to remain trapped in a single moment?
She's got so many great points. As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Are you so desperate to destroy me that you've grown blind to the heavenly beauty of our reality?
I'm sorry.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
She's so right.
There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good.
She's got so many good points.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess.
Oh, then destroy me if you're able. But I will not coddle you in my final moments. I will not yield to your delusion without a vicious struggle.
Good, honestly.
You don't have to face her alone.
Hi, voice of the hero. I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later.
Uh-huh.
Seems like you've been doing all right on your own, but I don't think you can strike a decisive blow from out here.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't
Oh,
she?
boy.
Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Oh, and here we are, heading to the center of it all. I believe the center this time should be the gray.
Don't think any of the others have forgotten what you said at the mirror. They all talked, and they're not happy.
I do love the idea of them all talking while I'm not here.
But we can discuss that later. We have a job to do. Do you need me to describe things?
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Cold might be here. Oh, no. We're going to take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Enter the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
Hi, princess.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the
And
stairs.
down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Oh, it's just the
And
princess.
there you are, knife in
Huh.
hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me.
I thought the princess that you had at the center is the one that you taught. Okay, okay.
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
I think we have to slay the princess. I don't want to talk. I'm doing the bad ending. I think we're just gonna slay her.
So this is it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your hearts. I love you too. I love her. I love her so much. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you the piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not.
Then we did what we set out to do. Come on, let's get going. We don't need to linger down here anymore.
Leave the cabin. You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there's even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. Feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. Feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. It does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once the unyielding tension gives way. Oh boy. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
We didn't forget what you told us. You thought we'd be gone. Thought you could taunt us with death. You should never make assumptions about things you don't know. Like whether or not the voices in your head will be gone for good. Torturer. And to think I thought we could rely on you. Can't even trust ourselves.
This is going to be fun, isn't it?
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, I deserve this.
They all know what you did. Voices get around. Knives out, boys.
Oh.
It's time to get to work.
Alright, a new and unending dawn, and everyone hates you. Slay the princess and make some enemies along the way. Nice. We never have to do that ever again. Isn't that nice? We never have to do that ever again. It's over. It's over. We did it. And we're never going back. Not ever. Okay, so we're kind of okay. We're going back a little bit. We're not going back that badly. I do still have to slay the princess one more time, which is unfortunate. Which is that is really unfortunate. Okay, one more time of slaying the princess and then never again. One more time. And that's all. That's all. That's it. Well. Turn to main menu. Okay. One more time, you guys. One more round of bad endings, and then we never have to slay her ever again. And then from that point, we could always end up happy together. So I just talked this important moment, but why did they make us use MLA citation format in high school? Getting to use APA is so much nicer. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, APA is so nice. And have you heard of Chicago? I don't listen. If you've never cited things in Chicago style, sorry, I know a lot about citations and citing sources and stuff. I was a writing tutor for a couple of years there. No, Chicago citations are so much nicer than anything else. But APA is so much better than MLA also, just in general. Alright. Here's the deal, folks, is we are going to be starting a new game. One more time. One more round.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
One more round where we slay her. But this time, we don't have to aggravate the voices. Still, thank God, no more Emily. Emily sucks so bad. It's pretty cringe. Oh, wait, sorry. Chicago does look incredibly nice, but the school is making use APA. Yeah, APA is still a lot better than MLA. Absolutely. So try one more bad ending round, and then we go from there.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm not sure exactly which paths I'm going to take. I know, okay, so we're going to do the burned gray. We are going to probably go and either slay or leave the thorn. Yeah, gonna either slay or leave the thorn. You know, I've done one ending where, you know, actually, okay, chat, I've got a hot take, actually. I haven't done a stranger ending where I slay her, and I don't want to slay her ever again, actually. I don't want to have to slay the princess ever again after this moment, but I do want the unique endings. So we are going to do one more round with the stranger as our first princess. And then after that we can move forward with that, but I think that's going to make it easier for me because I want to see the stranger variant of the slaying the princess ending. And then I never want to kill her ever again. After that, it's always going to be happy endings. So we are going to load
You're
up
on a path
with the
in
stranger.
the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, on this one we're going to do Burned Grey. We are going to slay or leave the thorn. I want to try going back to the apotheosis and see if I can kill her. Maybe I can't, but I certainly want to try. And then I want to see if I can pacify the adversary this time. Because I think that'll be a decently bad ending. And then after that, I guess maybe we do a den run where maybe we do a run with the den where I just get killed. I haven't been killed by the den before, so we could just try for that. Yeah, and that'll be enough.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should
Vegetarian?
believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Sorry.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
I do love the stranger cabin.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
I'm gonna drink some water. Drinking water, pog.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
I don't know, man.
You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong.
Seems normal to me. I don't know what anyone's talking about.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Hi, Max. Why don't you burn the house if you want to kill the princess? Well, they didn't give me any tools to start a fire. I've just got the pristine blade. Can love creep into our heart? Is that allowed? Not on this run, unfortunately. Every single run after this, absolutely. This run, unfortunately, no.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
The Corfu's gonna have a hard time this one. Hopefully a bit less of a hard time than the last one.
Yes,
Last one
take
was
a
really
deep breath.
difficult.
I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Last one. Last one. Last one for sure.
Okay, I'm fine.
What happened? We slew the prince. We slayed the princess.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
You're going to take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that.
Centurion's the only
Then how
one
are
who
we
gets
supposed to
it.
hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
You're going to hold the blade the other
You
way.
switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Pew, 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 pew. Stab, stab, stab.
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
My legs are dead. Oh man. From working so hard.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better.
It really
It
does.
really doesn't matter.
Also-
Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
The correct way to hold a knife. Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi.
Hi, princess.
Are you here to kill?
Yeah,
No,
probably.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Hi, hi, hello, hi. That's how I feel when she shows
But
up.
we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
So we get to mess
There'll
with
still
him.
be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Yeah. We're going to take the harsh stairs to the left because I take the center staircase often.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs until there's nothing left in them to feel.
Ouchie.
The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first, a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold.
Ouchie.
Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill.
Ouchie.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Ouch.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations
ready? I'll
dull
try
and
and-
then vanish,
I'll try and point out the
until
princesses.
the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Okay.
Consumption and betrayal,
Fury.
skepticism and blind
Something, I
devotion,
don't know.
rivalry and
Princess,
submission,
prisoner,
terror and
razor,
longing, pain
adversary.
and
Oh,
unfamiliarity.
don't know that was a
the heart of it all, An emotion that can only be described as
Are you just going to stand there?
Oh, hi. Thorn. Thorn, you're right. You're right. You're so right about that, actually, Thorn. I should probably just look at the image, you know, when I can look at it. by itself at some point. Just pull it up. Stardew Valley. Oh, that's so right. My character in Stardew Valley is named Thorn. Yeah, no, you're... Yep, Hi, princess. Look at them big ol' eyes.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange.
She's
Like
looking.
I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
You when she's looking at me with them big ol' eyes.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise
Big ol'
shrouded in
eyes.
darkness,
Big ol'
watches you
eyes.
impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Yeah.
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm
Drink some
still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Sure. Let's see. Came down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
What? Like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
That's a great question.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she
More
fractures.
girlfriend.
Where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell
Of
him?
course we've been here before.
Nah,
Okay.
let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe.
Yeah.
Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it.
Yeah, pretty
It
much.
seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen.
Yeah, probably.
If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality.
Nah.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever
Nah.
thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Oh, I would love to. Let's see. But there's more of you now.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I
Hi.
was a moment ago.
She fractures again.
Hi.
I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You could always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe
contrarian.
someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It
Yep.
certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you.
And do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
There she is.
About me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even
Fair
follow
point.
what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
What's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it? No, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
Kinda hot.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
If I let you out of here, what are you going to do?
I don't think what I'd do really matters, does it? I just want to live my life. I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that.
Fair point.
Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
if you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can
We
there
do
even
all of
be a
them.
right choice when all of them are so
We make
different?
all of the choices.
Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
And we do all of it.
That's all right. Go on.
Oh boy.
You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room
Ouchie.
spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Ouchie.
All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone.
Oh boy.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable... But this... We can't...
Let's just
Do you not have anything witty to say?
keep
I could use a
scooching.
good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because
yeah,
this
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is
I
excruciating.
do kind of agree. Nothing is.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Oh, there goes the narrator.
falls apart.
There goes the
I think he's
narrator.
gone. We were never
Yeah,
going
and
to
here's the
salvage this,
stranger.
were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others,
They just don't fit.
They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong.
I
It's
am
all so
sorry, ma'am.
uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
Yeah, it's
Fix
real
us?
tricky.
Fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Even actions have consequences.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I'm gonna say nothing, cause long quiet, and ain't into shifting mound. But you don't know she had the chance to hear your silence. She's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Let's just approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
It's gonna be okay. Ignore him, but it's gonna be fine. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
I'm sorry, but the voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
I always love the do not mourn them. That's always really fun. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
We are kind of relatively speedrunning this one because I do feel bad talking to the Shifting Man for a long time and I plan to kill her in the end.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
You won't. Everything goes dark and you die. Here we are, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright, I think the first ending that we're going to go for is, let's maybe go for the burned gray. I kind of want to get the grays out first.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I think the order that I'm gonna try and take it is the burned gray, then I want to do the den again. I think in a position where I can, yeah, the den where I just get killed so that I can hear what, I've never heard what the Shifting Man thinks of that vessel before. Then after that I think the thorn, where we either kill or abandon her. Or then let's do, after that I think the apotheosis is another one I wanted to do, where we try and stop her from ascending. And then I think last we, I think that last we're going to try to pacify the adversary again. I think I know how to do it this time. Oh, and Lord has redeemed a Rickroll but has not started playing yet. Or sometimes it's weird and just says that it's gonna play and then it never does. Hi Lord, welcome on in. Let me see if I can get a Rickroll going for you. Cause it's kinda funky when it does that. There we go. I've moved the text back over there. Because I figure it doesn't matter if we don't have it up for most of the time, but I am going to update the number of Rickrolls. Thank you, Lord. How you doing? How are ya? I'm doing alright. I'm feeling terrible about slaying the princess, but you know, what you're gonna do. I'm gonna silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Very tired and my body is just aching. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that your body is aching. Are you gonna do some, like, heating and cooling to help you feel less sore tomorrow?
We're not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
That's what I get for not working out for a while? It do be like that sometimes.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. We are going to go for the burned gray, which means that we need to get to the damsel.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of
There we go.
dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Thank you, Brother Vicar Lord.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You're going to enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Me when it's
The
an
air feels
oppressive
heavy
place.
and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
See, you've got a gun. I didn't take my weapon. I left the blade upstairs.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Rookie mistake. Well, I don't know. We're kind of headed some places. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Oh, see, we're going to reach
You
the
walk
damsel.
down the
so
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
Excuse me?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Aw,
I
honey.
hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I did not.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains.
You're only
Oh,
making this
hi.
more difficult.
Big ol' eyes.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
I'm here to rescue you. Proceeds to cast Fireball, medieval grenade. That would be a way to not do
They're
it.
large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I do not have the key. There's not even a keyhole.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. And it's rescuing the princess. It's certainly getting her out of the basement, but maybe not in the best way.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Classic Fireball. I'm a lightning bolt girly myself. Hit you with my beam blast. Mm-hmm.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Yeah, it's kind of messy.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Here we go.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
I'm actually a sorcerer and artificer. Just quick make mini nukes within 2 rounds. I love her little thing. Yeah, her little things.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine.
Here we go.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding
feathers.
chain binding her to this place.
Feathers moment.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb
There it
falls to
is.
the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
She's the
She
princess. What do you
smiles
expect?
softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Because she's the princess.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
What you gonna do about it, huh?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh. So where Birdside can learn lots of spells. Lots of spells is a good way to go.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward,
Ouchie.
the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Her little braid crown, her little braid crown.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Shut up. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
So I haven't gotten any deep in there, only dibble-dabbled in it. That seems like a decent way to go.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Oh boy.
We both know this isn't you.
Yeah.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
D&D, that's my singular personality trait at this point. Good game. It's a good game. I personally enjoy D&D quite a lot.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Girlie doesn't even know how to stab properly.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
No, seems fine to me. Oh, and there goes Candybot telling me to drink some water.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Sure, gonna go through a D&D campaign with some friends. Gonna be fun. Nice, that does sound like a good time.
I'm sorry.
Kinda hot.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Like, not that she doesn't know how to use a knife, but like, blood spray?
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined
She
chest
knows how to
as
use a knife,
tears
how to hold a
carve
knife at least.
rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
I'm sorry, what? I'm not getting into this argument again. But see, you gotta hold the knife like that, because if you hold it forward, you don't have a lot of power. You just have as much power as like your wrist and elbow can give you. But if you hold it like this, then you get you get your shoulder behind it.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
It's literally self-defense.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel. Here we go.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
She's got the anime eyes now. Yep, we're gonna go see anime eyes.
You're here
girly.
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay. Anyways, I'm like, yep, sounds good. Thank you, Lord.
If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Excuse me?
Forget he said anything.
But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
So, yeah, Sven gets it.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
It's occurred to me that I don't know if we heard the smitten when we did the ending with the voices all hating me. Interesting. Where's Jishu? I don't think Jishu wants to be here for this one. I'm gonna kill the damsel.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I really don't think Jishu wants to see this. But proceed into the cabin. Smage my head.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Whatever, narrator. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Vince refuses to believe that's not doing her a favor.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna break Smitten's heart.
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
No, it's not. Are you saying it's not too crazy to say that we're in love?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Okay, I do want to talk with her a little bit, but I'm worried that I'm going to, I'm worried that I'm going to, like, mess up. So I'm gonna overwrite this damsel save right here. So then we'll have that for future reference.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, bud.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She did say we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else.
Waiting for us.
You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Let be known we're not going to be doing that.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
This is going for a while. Yeah. And she's just watching us stare at her.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Let's see. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
This is just normal going from into for us and you. Yeah, this has gone on for a while for us. I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Unless you just got voices in your head. No, I do just have voices in my head.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Just pacing back and forth while talking to yourself. I know, I think we're just standing here looking at her.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
I want to see what she says about this.
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
She wasn't confused for long.
Baby girl. Would have been funny if you just walked back and forth mumbling to yourself. Admittedly, that would have been funny.
If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her.
Cruelty?
All is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved.
Rescued? I can't roll my R's that well, but... What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Interesting. We are going to slay the princess.
Blade in hand, you run the princess down.
Oh, look at her. Just looking at me with them big ol' eyes.
Wait, no! You barbarian, what do you think you're doing? But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and press on. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as you approach, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you.
She can't even defend herself.
Your blade pierces her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
She looks like the cat before it gets ketchup blasted. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
Oh, we did something horrible to her.
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
Okay, Voice of the Spin is admittedly me every single bad end that we've been taking this the past couple routes.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
Oof.
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved. Thank
She's been
you for
called
seeing this
Lady
through.
Killer.
I know it must have been difficult. Oh, I feel sick. Sick? You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick? I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable.
The Princess Arin? Oh man, just like, please, sir, please. Oh no.
You'll get over it. You just saved everyone. Get over it?
Oh
You
man.
smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all. You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your
Smitten?
heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do
Smitten?
not do that. Yeah, let's not make
Oh,
any rash
oh
decisions.
boy,
We should give ourselves a
smitten.
minute, take a deep breath, and rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart.
Oh,
This
bud.
is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
Sven kind of going off. Calm down, you Sven Clam. No, I think he's gonna Oh man, I do want to make it to the burnt gray. So if that's what you want to do, let's see what happens.
What? No, let's not do that. You won't use your fancy reverse psychotherapeutics on me, murderer. We're dying together right now. All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Have it you! Have it you all!
Oh, he's quite eloquent.
Don't believe this. What? What don't you believe?
It's just a mess of Romeo and Juliet going on. I do think so, yeah.
You plunged the blade into your own heart and collapsed to the floor.
Oh, look at us.
You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry. That's right. You're all sorry. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And you die. All right. I believe this was just a save thy tuck to return, so I'm going to just overwrite with the gray. At least he didn't get turned into a gutter drain. I don't know how I'd get turned into a gutter
You're on a path
drain, but
in the woods. You horrid monster.
oh,
Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
ooh. So the thing about that.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her.
Ooh.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
Poke the holes in the drain like a gutter for cars. Oh, yeah, that's fair. That has happened to me a couple times.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
Oh boy.
Oh, and I'm still here too.
Hi, hero.
If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are.
Oh, that's a. Oh, wow. Okay, Cold.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
I do think.
It's our 3rd. What gave it away? Your open discussions.
I mean, yeah, no, that's kind of
I
really
couldn't
fair.
care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
Smitten going through it on this route.
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again? Oh, you just wait and see. My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
Oh boy.
Don't provoke him. I'd prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying.
No, I think we're gonna die.
Why not? You've already done it twice.
Voice of the Cold is really interesting.
It was unpleasant.
It was unpleasant.
It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant. I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement. Yeah, like the Smitten kind of going off, kind of real eloquent and, you know, pulling out some fancy talk.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love to see you try. Can I? Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
The music is going off. This is a fun track.
I'm looking forward to it. Good. I am too. Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess is not dead, and that her very existence currently poses a direct threat to the entire world.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. It wasn't different last time.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time. Wait, but if her influence is spreading, that means there's hope. That means our beloved is waiting up there for us, ready to make amends. Yes, I already told you that she's alive. Don't mind him. I don't think he's doing too well.
He's going through it.
I'm doing better than any of you. I'm doing great. She's alive.
Somehow I don't think quite
Influence
exactly.
doesn't require life. But if things restarted, why wouldn't she be alive? Who said they restarted? All they've done is changed.
Ooh.
I shan't listen to the vile mutterings of you serpents. Onward! Our living, breathing princess awaits us.
Somehow I kind of doubt that, but let's see. I think I will say I'm the one in charge here, and if we say again, you are not going to make us kill ourselves. Is that clear?
Oh, it's
I'm a
clear,
Bye,
you
Lord.
murderer. Though I should remind you that you're not as in charge as you seem to think you are. I'm sure his outburst last time was just a fluke. I wouldn't worry about it. Besides, if he kills us again, he kills us again. It doesn't matter. He'll tire out eventually. The flame of passion always burns out in the end.
Cold is some kind of way.
Spoken like a true cynic. Enough bickering. Just stay focused and get to the cabin.
Whatever happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll muck it up alright. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived. Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it.
Yeah, he's been going through it.
I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. It's stressful. Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control? You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off. It is.
Cold, I bet it is.
It's
Yep.
easy. Whatever happens, happens. Are you even alive? What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion?
Good counterpoint from the Smitten.
I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Oh, content warning before we go into the cabin. I've heard some pretty unsettling things about the appearance of this princess. This is the burned gray, and she has been burned. So if burn wounds are, I guess, triggering for you, you might want to look out for this one. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin feels dry and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs, each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless.
Dry.
But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall. Is that her? Our beloved. So she does live.
I don't know that I would call that alive.
She doesn't look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room? But there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Because she's got it.
Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it.
The Greys are really fascinating to me from, like, I guess from a philosophy standpoint of how everything is. Sorry, roommates. But yeah, no, the Greys are interesting in how, like, the knife stays with them.
Perhaps it's gone because an oh-so-deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you. Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done. Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon directly into our heart.
Oh, Smitten.
I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
But there is no door.
As if something as flimsy as a missing door would stop us on our sacred quest. Cross the room, find our way back to her, make things right. You're clearly hallucinating, but I'd rather not get into it with you right now. The door to the basement is on the far side of the room, whether you can see it or not.
I really don't like drawing skeleton hands. It's very hard to. Hi, Moon Droplet. Yeah, skeletons can be kind of tricky sometimes. We approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. It's so hazy. We should try and clean it off.
I'm doing it right now. I feel pain. Oof. Skeleton hands. I've drawn a skeleton one time in my life, and oh man, that was a project. Yeah. Bones are just, they're so technical and funky. We wipe the mirror clean.
It's time for all of you to see what we've become.
Smitten.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things. I see.
Why would you say it like that?
We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold. We can only hope she might still see some good in us. No way left to go but down.
Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival.
I can't draw a human, so I was seeing if I could draw a skeleton. Better. If you're better at drawing a human, skeletons. Yeah, okay. I see what you mean, Moon. I see what you mean.
Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air. As if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality.
Sorry, I have to keep muting myself because my roommates are talking outside my door.
A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow. There she is again. My love! She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Okay, I think we're out of the danger zone now. So last time, are we good? Is anyone there? I think we have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon. There wasn't anything upstairs for me when I got here. I think I want to start with this. Yeah, I don't have a weapon.
Don't just tell her you're unarmed. Not that it matters, you receive no response. Do you think she's upset with us? Don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed.
I might come back to this at some point and see if I can wrangle to see if she'd be willing to accept a good ending. But I kind of feel like with the Grey, it's just inevitable that she wouldn't.
Of course she's livid, and with good reason.
Livid is a good word.
You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
Somehow I really doubt that. Proceed down the stairs.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain.
Too many bones, TBH, so many bones.
This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom.
Seems unnecessary. Like, yeah, maybe humans could just get rid of a couple bones, I don't know.
See? She's dead. No! What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
I don't think she was alive.
Whatever we saw was a ghost. I thought we were all on the same page. Do try to keep up.
Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock.
You turn to see the shade of the
is.
princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch.
Oh boy.
So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead.
Oh boy.
She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before?
I don't know if I would exactly call what she is right now a ghost.
Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even.
I don't know if it can be my pristine blade if she has it.
Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table. We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
But I don't think that's what the torch is for.
She hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
Yeah, buddy. Oh, and Candy Ball wants me to drink some water, which I will, of course, oblige.
You came back. I missed you.
That angelic voice. I missed you too, my beloved. You sure snapped back to your old self quick. Yes, seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart.
Oh.
I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
I will say, I do appreciate how down bad the Smitten is for her in any form. You know, I think that's some really solid character writing.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
Whee!
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire.
Woo!
She's trying to kill us. A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
Buddy. Are you mad at me for killing you? I'm sorry.
I'm not mad at you. You gave me so much to think about. And it's all going to be over soon. It's all going to be better.
She's holding a grudge. She wouldn't. She's perfect. The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're choked by smoke, and the air around you grows uncomfortably warm. We've never burned to death before. I wonder how it's going to feel.
Oh, the cold and burning to death.
Bad! I bet it'll feel really, really bad.
Yes, it will be terrible, so you'd better come up with something to do, and fast. Your personal safety is far from the only thing she's threatening right now. I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world. You're just trying to spoil her fun.
Smitten!
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm trying to prevent oblivion.
Smitten! Let me out. Are you trying to kill me?
Dying apart kept us apart. Dying together will keep us together.
Oh, baby girl.
See? Everything's fine. She wants to be with us. Yeah, in a bad way.
He's just trying to spoil her fun. Misogyny. The narrator, kind of misogynistic. I don't know what to tell you. He's trying to spoil her fun. With the voice of the cold double points for contradicting both hero and smitten.
She
Cold
just
is fun.
has a unique way of expressing things.
She's just my special little princess.
The heat grows in intensity as the flames draw ever nearer. You can practically feel your skin sizzling already. If you're going to try and stop her from killing you and destroying the whole world, you'd better do something, and you'd better do it now. I wonder if we look good right now. Fire makes a lot of things look good.
Smitten!
I can only imagine how dazzling our eyes are in the dancing flames. Do you think she's noticed?
Smitten! Her face looks so good. Yeah. Just come in a pixie dream girl. That's okay. That's fine.
I don't want to burn to death. We don't have to, right?
Smitten making sure we look pretty while we die. Smitten knows what's up. I think we're going to rush for the blade.
As you rush up the stairs towards the princess, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno. You push through the flames, trying to ignore the choking hot air filling your lungs, and manage to reach her, your hand wrapping around the hilt of the blade. But the metal is already blistering hot. Your hand sizzles as it melts on contact. You can't so much as pull away, your nerves seizing up as they're fried, the bones of your hand fusing in place around the weapon.
Oh boy.
The princess, smiling warmly as her skin bubbles away, places her hand on yours and clutches it to her chest.
Oh boy.
The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins.
I really think you're saying, oh no, that's great. Yeah, I told you guys. I've heard some pretty nasty things about how she ends up, but her design is really fun.
But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything.
See? That wasn't so bad.
It was so bad. But somehow, the nothing is so much worse.
Big fan personally. I mean, dare I say, kind of hot.
You'll get used to it. There are still the feelings
Her
of
dress
the
completely
heart.
untouched.
Those never go away. Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me.
Oh boy. I like to design before she became whatever this Flesh Ghost Monster Crew is right now. I mean, that's fair. To each their own. I just think it's neat.
The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin.
Come on, quiet.
It's very romantic, really.
Burn at the hands of a fated spirit.
We got our happy ending after all.
You're a
We
ghost
can
is cool.
die happy.
Ghost is cool. This is also cool. I just prefer it as a ghost. Ghost design is very cute. Yeah, ghost design was very cute. Oh, that's fun. The wedding veil? Goodness. Yeah, I'd like to come back to the Burned Grey at some point. But despite your best efforts, you do not die. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Hi, Tally.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt,
Oh, Smitten.
right? You don't need to comfort them.
See you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
She'll be there waiting for us.
She will.
I just know it.
She will be there waiting for us.
Whatever makes you
Yeah, I'm
happy.
a bird. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement.
Oh no,
I
this is
am
cool,
more
this is cool.
than I was before.
This is cool.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is passion betrayed. But even in the end, her love never faded. She will make for a bright heart.
The wedding dress? The wedding dress and the veil!
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Let's see. I don't wanna. I love her. She's so darling. She is so darling. I love her, but I always feel bad talking to her on the runs where I'm supposed to kill her. I don't want to give her false hope that we're gonna get out of this. You know, I don't want to lead her on. But, so I think we are just gonna say I'm ready to go back. We'll talk to her again on the happy ending runs, okay?
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. A burning vessel. Bring the burned grey to her. Okay, that is where we're going to end things for today. I'm gonna overwrite my first save so we can come back to this. What happens if you destroy the body? It won't let me. I can do it next time we're there, just to show you, but it won't let me destroy my body because I don't really have one there. Thank you everyone so much for coming to the stream today. I hope you had fun. I will be back on Tuesday. I mentioned at the start of the stream that Tuesday scheduling has cleared up, so I should be able to do Tuesdays again from now on. So Tuesday through Saturday, starting a little after 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But I'm also going to be gone a couple days next week because I'm busy IRL. Moondroplet, thank you for the not first. we're gonna end here. So if you are staying on Twitch, find something cool to go watch. If you're leaving Twitch, find something cool to do. Take care of yourselves. You know, drink water. Get to eat food. Take your meds. Get some sleep. All the important things to do. Chat being funny. Yeah. Yeah. Love you guys lots, and I will see you next time. Okay. Bye bye.